2 James Franco impressions in 1 month? What is this world coming to? Chick got shot in the arm, I got guns and shit, and I got an alien head. Look at my blue Kool-Aids. Just pretend I have cornrows and it'll make more sense. So hey there guys, my name is John, this is the Flick Pick channel, and here's my review for Spring Breakers. Now this movie's directed by the same guy who directed Gummo, and Gummo is one of those movies you either like it or you hate it or you just don't know what the hell's happening. So Spring Breakers stars James Franco, Vanessa Hudgens, Selena Gomez, and a couple other hot looking girls. So what is Spring Breakers about? Well, it's basically about the de-evolution of this generation of kids. So these 4 college girls in this movie lack the problem-solving skills and thinking skills that it really takes to become a human being. Anyway, what they do is they rob a chicken place because they can't seem to save up enough money to go down to Florida, which by the way, it'd only take like $1,000, but they can only manage to scrounge up like $300 even though they knew that they wanted to go on spring break months in advance. So they lay around on a bathroom floor, which just looks dirty and disgusting by the way. And to do so, they wear ski masks with squirt guns and they forget to wear gloves for some odd reason. And then they go down to Florida to party. So in the opening to this movie, you have nothing but slow-mo shots of hot girls dancing on the beach in bikinis and a lot of boobs in slow motion and guys dumping beer on women. Really, it's an exploitation of what's wrong with this generation. The director of this movie, you really got the sense that he was pretty much making fun of this generation and how dumb they are about everything that they do. Anyway, these 4 girls get into some trouble while they're down in Florida partying. They meet up with James Franco's character, who's a gangster. He thinks he's an alien, by the way, in the movie. He actually literally thinks he's an alien. He has cornrows, and you can just tell James Franco was having a lot of fun with his performance in this movie. He's just like, I'm gonna go for it, I don't care. And you can almost see that he wanted to laugh in some of the scenes, but they cut it right before he actually started laughing. And by the way, James Franco in this movie is hilarious. You know, I don't think everyone's really gonna get him as a comedic character, but I found him hilarious. Everything he did, I was like, that's funny. That basically summarizes everything that's wrong with humanity. Now, like I said earlier, the director of this movie also directed Gummo, and this guy likes to direct movies that look very low budget and independent. He also likes trash. Like, he likes movies about trashy people that don't really think, you know, 2 steps ahead of anything that they're doing. They're very instinctive, impulsive. They're almost animal-like in a way. And you really get that sense throughout this movie because this movie's very gritty and dirty and raw, and all these girls just look like they need to take showers because they just look filthy and greasy. And now one thing that this movie really accomplishes is it makes you feel uncomfortable. Like, I could sense that I was in those environments or situations. Now visually, is this a good looking movie? Yeah, they have a lot of neon colors popping out everywhere. And at other points in the movie where they're trying to get the point across that this is really gloomy and dark and depressing, they take all those colors away and just make it really gray and drabby. So overall, Spring Breakers has some moments in it that are great. You know, it's very dirty and gritty, and it definitely has a message that they're trying to say about the generation of kids. You know, I really got that message. I got it within the first 15 minutes of the movie. It's one of those movies where you hate everybody and it makes you feel dirty. The movie felt a little bit longer than it actually was. It's only an hour-and-a-half movie, but it felt like it was 2 hours. You know, some points you're just like getting a little bored with it. But overall, I'm gonna give the movie a C. And if you guys haven't already, check out my last review where we talk about Olympus Has Fallen. I put on my tactical vest and we get under my desk because I think terrorists are attacking my house.